Hello everyone! Today we're going to make this card and we're going to be using the spotlighting technique. So let's get started. Alright, first off we're going to use a piece of early espresso, and this is cut at 5 1/4 by 10 1/2 and scored at 5 1/4. We're going to be using 2 pieces of Whisper White cardstock, and they're both cut at 4 3/4 by 4 3/4, and a piece of Daffodil Delight cardstock cut at 5 by 5. And you see that I've already punched the corners of this card, or this piece, with the ticket corner punch. I believe that's what it's called. Okay, and you're going to actually do that with one of these pieces as well, but we're going to get to that in a moment. Alright, so what you're going to do is take the sunflower stamp, which is this. Looks like that. It's a gigantic sunflower. And you're going to ink it up really well in Jet Black StazOn ink, and you're going to stamp it down twice. So ink it up and stamp it down, and ink it up and stamp it down, and you're going to get 2 images. And what you're going to want to do is color in the petals of one of the flowers using the Daffodil Delight Stampin' Write marker. Now, I did something a little different that I didn't do on this card. So I spotlighted the inside, the whole center of the flower, and I'm not doing it that way this time because I wasn't certain I loved how that looked. So I went ahead and I colored in the center for the piece that I'm going to put the little spotlighted pieces on, and I did that using Crumb Cake on the outside part, so it's the Crumb Cake Stampin' Write marker, and then Early Espresso on the inside. Okay, so now what you're going to do is use a vast assortment of your circle punches. I'm starting with the 1 1/4 inch circle punch, and just punch that out. Okay, so then you're going to want to kind of be careful to use this one as a template for this one. So what you'll do is figure out where exactly on this card you punched it out, on this one you punched it out, and put it on this one. And you're just going to go ahead and use some adhesive to adhere that piece to your base card. Okay, there you go. There's one spotlight right there. Alright, next thing I'll use the 1 3/8 circle punch. Looking good? I think so. Okay, let's use a smaller one. Let's use a 3/4 inch punch. I'm going to pick the 1 inch. Alright, I'm going to do the 1 inch right here. That looks good. One thing you can kind of do is take a piece of scrap paper. I usually use regular printer paper as my scrap paper, and if you want to just sort of punch a piece out of your scrap paper and kind of place it and see how it would look with that, then that'll kind of help you a little bit. I mean, it's not going to be colored. It's not going to have the yellow. I think we'll go with the 1/2 inch for that one. That way you get a little tiny sneak peek before you do it, so that you don't feel like you made any mistake. Okay, looks pretty good. Use another scrap to test this one. Yep, Alright, so I'll be using the 3/4 inch for that section. Okay. And one more for here. I'm going to test it using my itty bitty punch pack. Sure, that'll work. Perfect. How great is that? Okay, so that's done. And you have this left over. You can do with that whatever you feel. You're going to ticket corner punch using the ticket corner punch, all 4 corners. Then you're just going to put some adhesive on the back of that Whisper White piece, of that whole sunflower piece, and adhere it to the front of your Daffodil Delight piece, like that. Then take your mat from your paper piercing pack and find the center of that center piece and pierce a hole through it. And you're going to take one of your designer Build-A-Brads and just put that down there. Then just put some adhesive on the back of that and adhere that to the early espresso piece. Okay, like that. Alright, then you're going to take one of your summer star fruit dahlias, the yellow one, and a glue dot. You're just going to put that dahlia right in the center of that designer Build-A-Brad. Just like that. How awesome is that? Right. Now, I did not complete the inside of this card yet, so I don't really know what I would do with it. I haven't decided, but I think it would make a pretty birthday card for a girl, or a get well card for a friend or a family member. You can pretty much turn this card into almost anything, because it's kind of bright and cheery, and it's nice and spotlighted, and it's really pretty, and I think anybody would be happy to get this card. So, I hope you all enjoyed it. Until next time, happy stampin'!